they're saying that we have a voice, we're heard, because after that came legislation, people were trying to put things into play. Black people this or white people that, I'm saying there was agenda behind it, to say, hey, we have a collective here and this is what we feel. I feel like modern day protest, what are we doing with those? Like, are people doing the due diligence behind, or are we just all forming a group so that we can take pictures online?
I think a lot of people was doing exactly what you said, forming a group to take pictures online.
Right, because I think just the other day,
what is the outcome?
That U-Haul ran through the Iranian protests, right? A whole nother protest that's going on in the world. And then you have the protests for ICE. You have all of these things going on at once. So yes, you're saying as a collective, we're coming out to protest and voice our disdain for this policy or whatever's going on here. But what is the effect going to have? Because right now, everybody's just fighting, like always, like how we always do when something happens. People are fighting in the street, fighting authority, spitting, getting taken to jail. What's supposed to be the outcome of this afterwards, once the smoke clears?
What do they say?
Because this is days.
Equality, change. That's what they say.
Another hashtag? Because all of this is invisible. You feel me? Without any plan put in motion, this is just invisible. This is just a lot of sightseeing, a lot of pictures taken, a lot of posting, a lot of incitement of the public. Where are we going with this? We never have an end to where we're going to go with these things. And this is why we circle back to the same problems all over again. So are we just at this point of protesting? Are we just coming out to make a lot of noise? At one point in time, we had leaders, Jesse Jackson. You had people coming out here, right, to go down to these states. So even though if I had my group that knew nothing about what needed to be done for policy and procedure, right, we had someone designated to come down here and be the voice and put this shit in perspective. This is what the people want. This is what we're putting it together. Are we just coming out now saying this is what the people want? Ha ha, here we are.
Nah, for real.
Right. I'm saying I'm not in the protest world. So I don't follow protests. I'm not state to state. I'm not in it because for some people, this is a career. They go from protest to protest and protest. And some of them never get back to work.
And some people get hired to do it.
Right.
Like, right. I think they have, like you can look it up on Google. There's groups that get hired that when something go on in your city, you can hire them and they'll come there and they'll protest. And that's why they're called organizations.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you can organize anything. Anything can be organized.
Well, you can have a wedding and don't have a crowd for your wedding. And you can hire a crowd of people that's going to come and be at your wedding.
Of course, you do that. You do stand-ins for seminars. You can do it all. Right. And I get that because crowds bring the attention. So once you get this crowd, this attention to me seems like it's in a disarray. You know what I'm saying? It loses focus on what we should be talking about. Because right now, everybody's just fighting and going to jail. And every picture I see is ICE dragging somebody through the streets or somebody with a bloody nose, ICE upset. Like it turns into chaos.
And a lot of cities are saying that the bad thing about this is that the people that are ICE are not actual police. Even though they got police on them, these people are just being hired. These people have no training. These are the people that they were looking for when they said, there's 250,000 jobs opening. There's 2,500 in Dallas. 3,000 here. You see what I'm saying? All these openings will be prepared for this. So the guy that's standing there with that gun that's doing that, he ain't even trained to do what you got him doing.
Job description is online. So next. So yeah, they're getting emotional as well and uptight in the situation because their lives are in jeopardy as well. Yeah.
I just think I don't know what the outcome going to be. That's all.
Right. What is the outcome supposed to be? Because I feel like in this situation, as much as we can go out and protests about people staying here in this country, it's right now, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The agenda is already set in stone. These people are going home or wherever they came from. They're not going to get to stay. And this is not just an American problem. This is not just something that is happening in America and we're turning people away.
Oh, it's going down in Iran right
It's going down in Iran, but it's going down in Ukraine.
Going down in Ukraine.
Right, it goes, not in the Ukraine, but in the United Kingdom. You have people that people will leave from the neighboring country of their own to go into the next, whether it's to become a refugee for, political reasons, for housing, all types of reasons. People will get up and have to leave their home, right? Mm-hmm. And they go into neighboring countries. America is just not the one spot that everybody goes to, and nobody is going into these other countries. Every country has people from other countries coming in. You be like, why so many Black people in China? Well, why don't you think about this? It's not just because they like to shop for Nikes. You know what I'm saying? Why is there so many Black people and Hispanics in the UK? Well, let's think about this, right? So this is what people do. This is a natural thing. It's been happening before we put it on paperwork and said this is, before colonization. This is ours, right? People have been nomadic. They move around. Where they need food, they follow the food. If you need jobs, you follow the jobs. You need homes, you follow the place where you have land to build your home. That's just a natural thing.
And traveling for
right, it's just natural. When you find a job that's somewhere else outside of your town, you get in your goddamn car and you drive to work. Whether it's an hour or 2 hours, you get there. That's where
now we drive to feed our family.
Right.
Where back in the day, we traveled for food.
But we have cities and economies in which we live in. So we're not hunting our food. We know when we come home, Walmart's right there, Winco's there.
In the ancient time, they weren't worried about
that. No, we had to follow the animals. When the animals started moving, we followed where the fuck they was going because we ate them. That's how the Native Americans, they followed the buffalo.
I heard they got more cow in the South. I think we need to go
right.
south.
Or you had someone who was a vigilante, went out on his journey. He'd been gone for like a whole year, came back, said, I found whole towns over here, people cooking. And remember, you didn't have social media. You asked questions like, why do these people have the same artwork on this side of the world? Why do people have these things and they have the same ideologies on the side of the world? Because people travel. Right. So this is not something new. Everybody in this world is going through an immigration issue. Unfortunately, we live in modern.
So let me ask you this question. We know we come from a world of traveling. Why is it an issue now?
Right, it's an issue.
Why is these people not allowed to travel now? Why is it so hard for somebody to travel from country to country when we're free as people? We were free. We once can go anywhere we wanted.
Yeah, you still can within reason. You still have, because now now we have a card catalog, paper trail, right? Now you belong to this country, right? This is where you were born. This is your country. This is your place, right? You're of your residence. You can go visit wherever you want, but when you come into someone's home, you got to wipe your feet and get an invite, right? You got to let them know you're coming. Do you just when people pop up at your house, you say, what? I mean, you should have called me. You should have told me you was coming by. Right?
It never used to be like that back in the day.
Back in the day, how long ago?
We were created off of how long ago?
Okay, so now we're going from 2026. We're going to go all the way back to creation.
Yes.
What we have to understand is the conversation has to be within context. You can't jump for 2026 and then go back to the Big Bang Theory. You're either going to understand this and get a full view, or you're going to be misinformed.
Well, that's what people don't understand. You got people that don't understand the fact that
and we go like this through the timeline.
We go one time, we should be able to do what we wanted to do, and now you're telling us, oh, you can't come here. You got to fill out this paperwork to come here. You don't control.
They do.
God created this world.
Yeah, right. And man controls it, right? And we've allowed man to control it. So stack our hands, that's our fault. You know what I'm saying? We did that. We can't change that now. What I'm saying is the system in which you live now is not what it once was. And once you figure that out, the easier you'll be able to maneuver within this shit. They call it the matrix, system, economy, whatever word you want to use. It is not then. We like to go back and forth within the timeline, bring out old shit to new shit, and then you get upset when they say that don't apply. Okay? In 2026, we are living in a place to when you are born, your foot is stamped. Boom, you belong to the United States of America. We get both of your parents' names or whichever one is available because we're going to find them because this is a system, right? Mm-hmm. We get all the information from your address, everything. We already had your mama because she was here first. We have everything documented here. Why? Because we rely on money, and money you have to use to pay out to take care of a society, or they have to learn how to put in to withhold the society. Are we understanding this, right? So that means that all of us Americans that are born here, we accounted for. We know how many we have to feed, how many we have to provide healthcare, education, housing, all of the above. How do we know that? Because we rely on these people to work inside of this community to keep the government running. Your money keeps the government running. If you didn't know that, now you know. That's why you should be involved on these programs. That's why you should know what type of bullshit out there. If you went through and found out how many BS programs was taking your money, it's like having Netflix, Hulu, all of that stuff that's coming off your account. You know nothing
connected
about.
To your check.
Right, and you know nothing about. You know nothing about where your money is going out into the world. You just know they taking it. And you don't care because you like, I got to feed my kids. You got other shit to worry about. That shit's important too. That's why you need to stay well informed. So we are all accounted for here. So when we get ready to go somewhere and we want to travel internationally, what do? We get a passport, right? And we're staying at standard, honest people. We're not talking about people trying to cut corners and go to the corner store and get one. We are talking about this standard. If I, as a traveling United States citizen, I'm legal. I don't have no felonies, no problems. I can go down, get an ID. I can go get my passport. I can travel from coast to coast, wherever I fucking feel. I watch people on YouTube all the time. They have no goddamn jobs. These people in 20 countries per year. You can go wherever you want. When you get there, what do you have to do? They make you get a visa.
Check in.
Right. No, they make you get a visa for, you're going to be here 30 days in Africa. You know, you're going to be here 20 days in Honduras. You get what I'm saying? They make you check in over there too. Right? Because we need to account for how many Americans are coming in. Why? Because they rely on tourism. It's all a numbers. We need to know how much we're bringing in, how many people from America come to this country throughout the year. Everybody, they all know this. Everything is documented. Why? Because they rely on money too. That's why those countries like Cuba and Haiti that once relied on our money, they don't get it anymore. That was the biggest thing. Jamaica, Dominican Republic, they rely on these people to come tour. Otherwise, what the hell are you coming here for? The people can enjoy their own beach, right? Mm-hmm. So everything is accounted for. So when you're just maneuvering yourself, and I'm not just saying for a travel, to leave one country to go to another, and you're not documented. They don't know you're here. But now you are making our country's money here, right? That means we are feeding you. You are providing, we're providing. It's a common exchange, right? Mm-hmm. That becomes a problem because I don't know who you are. And I don't know how many people you brought for us. We only calculated for this. I only made 6 pieces of chicken. I don't have 8. If you have to break it down in terms for people to understand. Right. So this is accounted for. And then the people look back and say, well, you got the money. Well, how the fuck do you know? Because we don't know. We just hear shit. We are in debt. We owe John. But do we really know? Let's send people to the site. I'm curious how many people went to sites to see shit.
Even if they went to a site,
can you understand what you're reading?
You wouldn't really know because what we know is what they tell us.
Right. One, they're not going to be 100% and open up their books. This is the United States of America. They have to keep things secretly. You still have to understand that too. With them being able to disclose everything, there's still going to be information that's withheld, right? But what I'm saying is to get the idea of understanding. We can't even get that far because we're still at the basics. How can you tell we're at the basics? We're still on the street fighting right now. We're still on the street fighting. That's why you can't even get to where you need to be. We still at the bottom. That's legit. We think we're far apart. We're still at the bottom. Y'all are still fighting at the bottom. You can't even get your point across because you're spitting and yelling and throwing the finger to ice. Like that's a change. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you think it's gonna work, but we will be here again.
So what you think the resolution is?
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you what the resolution. I don't work there, and I don't know if they're gonna let me in because I got a lot of ideas. It's insane. First of all, you definitely. I'm not even gonna go there, Let me tell you why. Because I'm learning something. And I'm learning that people are highly offended. And there's just no way for me to say things without people getting upset. Because unfortunately, you do have to have stricter laws. You do have, in order to, you're going to have to come in and do exactly what you're doing now. And you know people ain't going to like it. You know people ain't going to be able to handle it because they're emotionally invested. These are their friends, their husbands, their wives, their loved ones, their grandparents that have been here for years. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as a business standpoint, an audit has to be fucking done. I done worked for a ton of businesses, and when they came in, we always got scattered. We got the hint, yo, the audit will be here on Tuesday. You know what niggas start doing at a corporation? When you got paperwork and shit, they start trying to stamp that shit to look like it was stamped this year. You start tagging shit. You get what I'm saying? Businesses, any business that I've ever worked in, whether construction, sales, anything, you started to get your shit in order when that auditor was there because that nigga came in with the box, the glasses, and went through everything like a fine-tooth comb. And if it wasn't answerable, you felt like an ass because it was your job to know. You get what I'm saying? It is the United States' job to know who their citizens are, where they come in from, where are they going. That's why we have to get a passport. We don't just get up here and start traveling internationally. When we get on planes, we take planes. How much of us say I'm going to Miami or I'm going to Dominican Republic and then jump on a fucking boat? Unless you're taking a cruise. We don't do shit like that here. You feel me? When they coming from, I watched something the other day. The guy was coming from the Bahamas. He had been deported 3 times. His family is over here. He's the only one left in the Bahamas, right?
Mm-hmm.
This nigga has to go through the trails. He's backpacking it to try to get somewhere else to get him to the United States. This is a lot of work these people are doing. It is a lot of work. Why? Because the list to get here is a motherfucker.
It's long.
And that's the truth.
And it takes time.
It takes a lot of time. There's people on there. This Chinese woman said his mother had been on the list for many, many years. And they keep telling that they're close. Now, I guess they're here, but their paperwork is just, you know what I'm saying? They've done their due diligence. But this shit is hard. It is hard. And they paid hundreds of dollars. Took them forever to finally get shit together. So imagine coming from another country and you need to leave immediately because some gang groups or cartels are coming for your son. And you live in small town X and you don't have many possibilities to leave, right? First thing you do is, I got an uncle in America. I'm going to get my child. I can't tell you any different. I would be thinking the same thing. But unfortunately, we live around protocol. And that humanitarianism that we used to have of come on in, that was nice when we were building this shit up, right? This motherfucker's built. They told you go home.
It's built now. It's crazy though, bro. I don't know if you heard, but it's a lot of shit going on in Dallas right now, man. With New Dallas and the situation with your boy with Z the Wizard, yeah. And I wanted to ask you, Kimmy, man. This is what I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you heard. The mom and the family had put up a GoFundMe for $100,000. Now we talk all the time about how these rappers be claiming they got money, they around people, they got friends with money. Now we both know it don't cost $100,000 to bury nobody. Is that like, to me, it's an insult to the people. Like, I look at it as a smack to the face to your fans, to the public, to your community. Like the community he come from already is hurt. You see what I'm saying? They already don't got money. So how dare you ask that same community to donate $100,000 when you got all this money, y'all flexing all this money. He in every picture showing stacks, and now he's gone. You want people almost to pay for his life insurance policy.
That's really what I'm starting to see it is, because a funeral, after the funeral costs, the rest of this really turns into a life insurance policy, which tells you that a lot of people don't have one from the asking of the money. right? Now, if you have a set goal, say you throw it out there, $20,000, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Funeral expenses, you know what I'm saying? And wake expenses, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to get it buried, to get your child buried or your loved one buried. I get it. Now, if people exceed that donation, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just coming from a given heart. When you're asking for it, to me, it sounds like it's for the funeral plus another insurance policy for maybe children, family, whatever. Because that is exactly what is this going to be for? What does it say?
She didn't say nothing. She just said she just put a GoFundMe up and the total amount, the goal amount was $100K. And she put funeral expenses. Ain't no funeral $100,000. I don't give a fuck who you is, where you from. And then she started getting backlash from it. Mm-hmm. And she made this statement. She said, hello to all the family members and friends and colleagues and whoever else is in my son's cycle of associates. Let me just clear up something about the GoFundMe. It is real, not a hoax. A very near and dear extended family member to me and my immediate family has started this GoFundMe in Z's honor. So please be respectful, do your part, but either support the funds or keep your mouth shut. If you don't hear it from the immediate circle, please don't be rude getting into it with people. Support his legacy. Again, this is real.
And how come it's always a family friend that's setting up these things? It's always a family friend, not just her. I just heard her say that. That just triggered me because it's always a family friend. Always a family friend. Why? Is it because you want to disassociate yourself from the amount that was asked?
Yeah.
And say, well, someone else is asking. This wasn't me, but it's real. And if you can donate. And it's not just her, because I've heard a lot of people, and they ain't just us. I've heard white folks, everybody that come over here say, oh, well, you know, the child is sick or something is something. And the family friend or the cousin or the auntie, uncle set it up. And I think people do that to associate themselves from the amount because people are always going to question the amount of money you're asking for. Because we've all paid for funerals or been to one at this point of our lives, right? So we know what it takes. So you're like, $100,000? What? So what is this? Is this going to go to maybe court fighting or are you trying to do something? What else is the money going to? Because other than that, people should just be trying to give what they can to help pull the funeral together.
Funeral expenses. And he got enough people around him that can pay for funeral expenses.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
Never.
That's what we're saying? Okay, so then that completely changes the game. A funeral can cost $100,000. That will be included. All the high-end and extra amenities. That's crazy as hell. I wouldn't put no $100,000 in the ground. You kidding me? No. Now, I understand you do, but see, that's a personal choice. You can't ask for that. Because we all come in this world and we all want to leave. Now you have a respectable way. Everybody wants to be put down and have their last final review as respectful and as loving as it can be. And I'm one, I'm a decorator. Do it as you please. But $100,000 so that you can have every rapper there, all the big, how they had for Nipsey, the big face on there, the best pastor. Let's not do that. I don't think. Ooh, that takes me into a whole nother person because I don't like any of that anyway, because that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. And if that's the priority, so that it could be the biggest flyer shit, everybody can have the t-shirts, then that's not right. That's not right. The main concern should be. And if
it is going to be like that, it should be on your dollar.
Needs to come out of your pocket.
It shouldn't be on my dollar.
It shouldn't. No, not if it's going to be. That's not fair. I don't think that's fair at all to ask people to do. Now it's one thing to say, hey, we used to have a standard back in the day. We used to have a standard. Like if you can't ask folks for your luxury, that becomes a luxury. And that's for those that could afford it. My great grandmother died and didn't have a headstone. She was the matriarch. People couldn't put together money for that. You get what I'm saying? But these people had to pay for the funeral, for the burial, the casket, and things like that happen all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? She didn't have no headstone. These youngins be 23 with a whole fucking mausoleum. But with gangsters on the street, no. It's unnecessary
Well, they
to
look.
ask
He had
people
all that.
of things of that nature.
That's what the argument is. He had
Yeah,
all that. He had
unfair
stacks
to
of
ask
money.
people to do.
He was showing $100,000. That's
Right.
why people.
It's all for show, and it's not right. It's not.
That's
right
why people like. Are you serious? He was showing $100,000 in pictures. He had money,
Right.
and he just got signed to Future. So if he was signed to Future, if he had another undercut deal with Big Zach the Plug, why ain't they paying $100,000? And this is why people get mad at me. You want to know why people get mad at me? Because when I said in the beginning that this was a setup, when I said in the beginning this wasn't no crossfire, when I said in the beginning that shit went viral, went everywhere, everybody took my clip, went viral because I told this nigga this was not no crossfire. That nigga deliberately meant to shoot Z the Wizard. I'm not no fool. I watch what he did. So pay attention what I'm telling y'all. Now all of a sudden we gotta GoFundMe for $100,000. It's starting to look like my nigga was taken out for a GoFundMe. It's starting to look like my nigga was sacrificed for the glitz and the glamour that comes after when you die. Everybody know you worth way more money when you die. And I tell niggas all the time, my nigga, this, you see how it's quick. You see how family members are quick to do a GoFundMe for you. The same way a family member is quick to do a GoFundMe for you, a family is quick to take you out and rob you and get rid of you because they jealousy. For all you know, that same family member could have put the whole shit together. Ooh. My nigga, y'all must not remember the real Paid in Full. Don't watch the movie Paid in Full. The real Paid in Full, his own uncle used to get high with his mama and was the one who kidnapped the cousin, got his fingers cut off. A nephew. His own uncle was living in the house with him the whole time while he was looking for his nephew. You see what I'm saying?
They didn't show him in the house.
They didn't show, but they ain't show it like how it happened in real life. You see what I'm saying? It was his own uncle that did that. And guess what? In today's society, his uncle would have started a GoFundMe.
His uncle would have been the one to start.
His uncle would have been the one to start the GoFundMe. So when I tell you niggas to pay attention, maybe I look at shit from a different view. The same motherfuckers that's trying to eat off your demise be the same niggas that put your demise together. Ain't no way in hell if something happened to Keith Jr., I'm looking for $100,000 in GoFundMe. That mean you niggas got bad intentions from the start. That mean his death was created off of bad intentions. You see what I'm saying? That mean his death was created off of bad intentions because he got enough people around him that's going to make sure the funeral's straight. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me the people around him not going to make sure this nigga funeral straight. I don't believe it.
Right, so what's the $100,000 for?
That's the greed. That's the envy. That's the jealousy. That's the greed, the envy, and the jealousy. That's how people eat off your demise. That's how people try to come up off you. Come on, man. And guess what? It's a trend now. Everybody doing it.
It's a trend. It's a trend. It is a trend.
It's a motherfucking trend now.
It's a trend.
And that's why I say pay attention. I told y'all in the beginning, pay attention. Always follow the money. You think the police don't follow the money? Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't paying attention how only one person has been arrested for this crime.
I haven't been keeping up, so I don't know.
Only one person has been arrested for this crime. Mm-hmm. There was multiple people shooting in that parking lot. Mm-hmm. Not just one person. You understand? If anything, the person that killed Z the Wizard, let me let y'all know something. They gonna let him off. They gonna let him off. You wanna know why they gonna let him off? Because they gonna try to make it look like it was justifiable. They gonna make it, that's how I'm telling y'all it was a setup. Yeah, they gonna make it look like that he heard shots and he was shooting in self-defense and his bullet killed his homie by accident. When all actuality, the real that know, know he did it on purpose. But they gonna try to make it look like that it was by accident and in self-defense because people were shooting at him. Nigga, nah, that's not how it went down. We know the truth. Your boy was sacrificed for a fucking GoFundMe. Follow the money. Follow the money. Ain't no way niggas supposed to be arguing. Niggas supposed to be out there. Niggas is supposed to be run up to shoot you. Man, y'all niggas crazy. I peep what's going on, man.
In the strip club looking at ass.
Yeah, my nigga, and you looking at ass. You supposed to be getting money with the hoe. My nigga, first of all, they lured that nigga outside. That's what niggas don't understand. Everybody else in the club kicking it and dancing. Mr. Hit that hoe talking about play that shit again, nigga. I'm about to rewind this shit. And they lured this nigga outside the club. Man, come on, y'all better pay attention. They lured that nigga right where he needed to be. They got school today?
Yeah.
Well, why Kasir ain't up yet? Well, we wake up Kasir. He supposed to be coming.
And he's supposed to be there
What's it? 3:30. Oh, was it his last day?
he said he still got like 2 more days. What is this on the floor? Let's go to.
Yeah, but it's gonna come out. It's not until motherfuckers is ready to expose you. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna come out though. It's gonna be when the motherfucker try to expose you and try to throw your dirt in there, and they gonna be like, oh, remember that GoFundMe she did that, she took the money and she did this and she did that. My nigga, trust me, y'all gonna see.
They say Kamika Jenkins' mom.
Yeah, it's gonna come out.
She got her money.
Watch.
Not from GoFundMe, but she got her money. Same shit.
She got her money.
And did her business.
And once the money ran out, now they throwing her in the dirt and telling her how she sacrificed Kamika Jenkins.
Yeah, and now she walks.
So don't be surprised when it come out later and y'all be saying, Gangstacap, you was right. His family sacrificed this nigga for a GoFundMe. They didn't even give a fuck about this nigga. All they gave a fuck was about getting a GoFundMe and stealing the broke community, the same community that's already broke, taking their money. Like, come on, because where you know damn well the niggas in Allen ain't giving Z the Wizard no money. You know the niggas in Louisville ain't giving and the nigga no money.
Together for businesses, tuition, graduations. You don't see nan shit for none of that. But a nigga pass, then we can get $100K. $100K. The community can pull together $100K. If you can do that, you know how much money you can pull together to be a benefit. So stop.
Whoa, say that again.
I said, if you can pull together $100K for a funeral, you know how much money you can pull together for a benefit. But this was our conversation last night when we was talking.
So you basically saying you niggas know how to come together in the midst of a death, but can't come together in the midst of success.
Hell no. They
kill each other in the midst of success.
Right.
They in the midst of success, when they supposed to be having a good time, they get together and they shoot, bang, bang, hit them up.
And then turn around and ask for the same money for
and then ask us to pay for their funeral.
Ain't it crazy? This is what I was talking to you about yesterday. when the lady and her son was going to jail. And I was saying, ain't this a shame? And you say, oh, this is how they live. No, ain't this a shame? This is how we fucking live. When are we going to say that it's a shame? Why do we keep saying, well, this is how they live? No, motherfucker, that's not how we're supposed to be living. It's wrong. And it's not just, I'm not just saying Black people, because I'm tired of that shit, because we're all doing this shit together financially and we all fucking it up. That woman down there just got $1 million, right? What was it? $1 million for her GoFundMe, right? And you have the country in split saying that, no, she didn't do anything. And then you have other people saying, I watched the video. She's in the car. We know not to do this.
And guess what?
We know not to do this.
And guess what, y'all?
But that's excessive, right?
And guess what, y'all?
Split.
And guess what?
We can build it.
I bet you that influenced her to do that.
What? She was part of a group.
No. That's what I'm saying. I bet you that GoFundMe for that white woman that went to $1 million influenced them to make them a GoFundMe for $100K.
Possibly. We're at the height of things in our country right now. I'm just saying how it looks like how we can pull money together is insane. It's insane to people that say they don't have none, right?
It's insane. Right? It's insane for me for you to ask people for something you wouldn't give somebody. That's what's insane to me. I'm just keeping it real. I think it's insane for somebody to say, I need a GoFundMe for $100,000. And you know that your son was a person who has people around him who have money and should be financially stable. I think it's a shame to ask people for money when you know your child was not the victim and he was the victimizer. You see what I'm saying? I seen a woman ask somebody for money on a GoFundMe for a funeral, and her son got killed in the midst of robbing somebody. He was robbing somebody. He was robbing somebody, and now you asking people to pay for his funeral. I think that the audacity of people to do that. And then this is also what I don't understand. Then we'll see you 2 weeks later in the casino. Or we'll see you in a hotel having a hotel party.
Listen,
and you 2 weeks ago, you needed my help for a donation.
Okay. So this is taking my brain to a whole nother trip, because then this is why the government come fucking with us. Because we got all our money out here, business shit, and then we be like, we ain't got no money. They like, fuck that. We done watch y'all toss this shit back and forth, take pictures with it, get GoFundMes. You see what I'm saying? We are building whole businesses down here. This is the elevation to communities that we getting on these GoFundMes to plan out funerals and other demise.
We're not even doing. Wait. First of all, we're not even using GoFundMe for what it was once used for. Let's remember this. Hold up. GoFundMe was created to help you fund a project. Let me listen to the name. GoFundMe. When it was started, my first GoFundMe I ever created was because it was each one teach one. I wanted to have
it
was businesses. What you were creating. If you were creating something, you put your GoFundMe, and if somebody wanted to help you, they helped you. Now people are using GoFundMes to fund their life, to fund their eviction, to fund their drug habit, to fund their homelessness.
Yeah,
my nigga, since when did it become our responsibility to bury your child? Since when did it come our responsibility to bury your child? Why don't you have life insurance on your child? Why don't you have a funeral already set for your child? Like I don't understand it. You people got thousands of dollars. Y'all put gold teeth in your motherfucking mouth. You go buy expensive foreign cars, but you niggas don't put the money up ahead for your funeral. So if something happened to you, your mother ain't got to pay for it. Or better yet, let me give my mother the funeral money so if something happened, she can pay for it. Or better yet, let me pay for it in advance. Before I start even buying jewelries, let me pay for our caskets. Let me pay for our funeral.
Right.
What we gonna get buried at if something happens?
But see, the idea of not doing it is the common thing. That's what I'm saying. The shit that's not supposed to be, done. We're supposed to take care of those things when you're building a family or you live a lifestyle. You a nigga out here in the streets. You don't put something to the side just in case you get, but you make music about getting got. You get what I'm saying? It's backwards. So to rely on the people to do for the things that you should have taken care of yourself within home it's a little beyond me. I don't understand it.
It's insulting. I
don't understand because I don't understand something happening to one of my loved ones and me going out to the public and saying, hey, I need your help. I just got to get it done with what I got. There's a lot of people that get just put down in the box. That's too much for you? My dad told me, who's been here his whole life, he said, don't worry about buying no casket and all of that shit. He said, just put me in a box. I'm straight. He's very simple. And I'm like, oh, Dad, we ain't going to do you like that, Dad. We ain't going to do you like that.
Hey, first of all, these motherfuckers will trick you and fake you. These motherfuckers will say they want a funeral and then go get their child cremated. People do it all the time. I seen motherfuckers get GoFundMes for their child funeral, and then next thing you know, they be like, oh, we decided to get them cremated. A cremation costs $250, and they ain't returned nobody money.
Oh, no, that's insane.
You see what I'm saying? That's what these people will do. But at the end of the day, even if you is going to bury him, it's not the public responsibility to do it. Right. We need to stop putting it onto the public to bury your child. I'm not burying no rapper that motherfucker was holding stacks of money before he died. I'm not burying no rapper that was throwing money in the club the night he died.
No, I personally don't.
That you gotta be, if that ain't the most stupidest thing in the world, the nigga was throwing money as if he had money the night he died. But now you asking for $100,000.
And then so what happens if you don't get the $100,000? Does the funeral not happen?
No,
or do you steal that?
Of course, no. They still going to have a funeral. They not even going to have a $100,000 funeral. I guarantee you they not going to have no $100,000 funeral. They're not. It's just the money.
Oh my God, don't say that.
Come on, we're talking about hood people. It's just the money. It's the trend. I think let's set the goal high because I think we could get it. He know famous rappers. That you want to know what this is? This is when these niggas ain't coming to you, mommy, and putting the money in your hand. So let's make the GoFundMe and ask for it. And hope that Big X the Plug put 10,000. Hope that Zillionaire Doe put 20. Hope that Montana 700 put 40. That's what this is. This is, oh mama, we can't get in touch with them people that he know. Mm-hmm. We don't have direct access to them. And guess what? I guarantee you ain't none of them niggas reached out to his mom. And that's another reason why she put this out there. And asking for $100,000.
Possibly.
Because this is what she would ask them for. This is what she supposed to be asking them niggas for, $100,000. I would be asking more from them. My son died following y'all movement. He died with y'all.
I shouldn't even have to ask.
But that lets you know she's looking for it in the wrong place. You should ask that shit from the street.
Yeah, you should have to ask. But yeah, that's great. That's a lot. That's a lot.
901 said the state usually pay for the funerals. Shit, I don't know. I never heard about that.
Well, I mean,
if you in jail, I know they do.
Right, because people pass all the time.
But I know if you homeless, I thought they just throw you they just get rid of you, put you in like a homeless ground somewhere with John Doe's and shit.
If they can't identify.
Yeah.
If they can't identify.
But I don't know if they pay for the funeral like on some Medicaid type shit, like on some that shit. Now why they don't got no shit like that?
Because I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because inhumanity is inhumanity.
No.
If they still put homeless people in the box, they try to contact family, you know what I'm saying? Because people have a right to go out of life a certain way, you know what I'm saying, with respect. That's why $100,000 is not necessary. We have just completely lost our bearings on
Man,
what
$100,000 is crazy, y'all. Y'all can't tell me $100,000 ain't motherfucking crazy to motherfucking put a child in the ground. He probably ain't have $100,000 in the bank account, and y'all want $100,000 to bury him. Let's now make that make sense. I guarantee you, he probably didn't have $100,000 in the bank account. But you asking the community of South Dallas, Oak Cliff, these low-end communities to donate $100,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Nah, I told you, man, y'all better pay attention for the setup. I told you he was set up, man. Set up. It was an underplay for the overplay. And the overplay was the parlay. And that's the 100K. You understand? It was a setup for the underplay for the overplay. And the overplay was the motherfucking parlay. That's just what it is, man. It was the motherfucking parlay.
Okay, if he was killed on the streets. Damn.
He said, so they said, if you was killed on the streets, and then mother said, after so long, if you can't bury the person, the state will bury that person for you.
Oh,
hey, that's some money. Well, that's some money.
Yeah, okay. So because you have a certain amount of time that you have to, because the body can't just sit there for a month till you pull the money together. You get what I'm saying? You have a certain amount of time.
But they ain't gonna invite you. Ain't gonna be able to invite no people.
No, it probably not gonna be something like that. They probably give you. They
probably just let you say your respect and they just throw them in the ground.
Right, they let you do your thing.
And they gonna put them somewhere where it's gonna be. You might not have no headstone, nothing. It's gonna be somewhere with just a number on the ground with a tag.
Maybe their name, just a nameplate. But at the end of the day, that's all the fuck you need,
man. I'd rather have my child with me anyway, cremated. So that's why I say I don't trust these motherfuckers anyway. Because 90% of the time, man, niggas have that. What you trying to do, bro? What you trying to do? You trying to have that shit at the motherfucking at the Dallas Arena, nigga? AT&T Stadium. Come on, $100,000, man. You damn near you could rent out AT&T Stadium for $20,000, $10,000 an hour. Remember, they used to rent them out for the tournaments. You see what I'm saying? The kids used to, but remember the kids used to have the football tournament? They used to rent it out for $20,000 for the whole day. So niggas is renting out AT&T Stadium for $20,000. What the fuck? What type of fucking funeral is you having for $100,000, man? What the fuck is you renting out, my nigga? What type of is you renting out the AT&T Stadium for 5 hours, my nigga? That's enough money to rent out AT&T Stadium for 5 hours.
This is crazy.
Man, that's what that money ain't to bury that child, man. We all know what that money there to do. That money ain't to bury that child. At this point, that money is to take care of everybody other than that child.
Right, the people because it's an income loss for who he was taking care of.
Exactly. And instead of them just saying, yo, we lost our child, he was taking care of everybody in the family. He was taking care of everybody, and now we feel like we need help.
Right.
And for us to keep going for the next 5 years without no job, because without him, we gonna go back to Section 8 food stamps. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Now that he gone, mama about to go back to food stamps, and because she probably ain't had no job. Sister about to go back to being on welfare. They about to lose a little house, a little apartment. Everything they had, they about to lose. Why? Because Zillionaire Doe ain't about to take care of them. That Big X the Plug ain't about to take care of them. All the homies ain't about to come and say, yo, I'm going to take care of your family now that you gone. Why? Because they really didn't give a fuck about that nigga. Your street niggas never really give a fuck about you. Because if they really did, guess what? She
wouldn't be on here asking for nothing.
She wouldn't even be asking for a GoFundMe. My nigga, the GoFundMe would have been terminated once the backlash started. You want to know why? Because one of his real New Dallas niggas, guess what they would have did? They would have called her and said, nah, this embarrassing the brand. Take this down.
No. Forget the backlash. What I'm saying, it would have been done already, so it wouldn't even had to been a conversation. Nobody would have had to know our business that's happening in the family. You get what I'm saying? That's why you always tell people, keep it in. If don't go out here telling people our business. We talk about it amongst family. Well, when that one person decides to go out and start talking about it, it's usually because the family ain't listening, right? You the one that get on Facebook and start telling everybody the business. Well, that was her. So if it was already taken care of and you niggas never want that, it would have been nothing for her to have to say anything because it was already taken care of from the beginning. Because you were niggas that was down for a new cause. I'm going to just handle this up front out of respects, right? Nobody did that. And niggas usually don't because nobody want to pay for somebody else's funeral. Keep it fucking real. We can say what we want about love and loyalty, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to pay for another nigga's shit.
I know I don't.
Right, no, I don't. I don't do GoFundMe.
And niggas definitely don't want to take care of your whole
right,
family.
And I don't do GoFundMe on myself because I don't expect people to give me shit. It's my fucking problem. And I don't need you in my business anyway. Because when people give you money, they tell you what the fuck to do. And I'm not telling nobody nothing.
Where was that advancement that Future gave this nigga when he signed?
In his hand.
You see what I'm saying? Where is the advancement that Future gave when he signed? Yeah, bro, the nigga got signed.
No, you said where's the advancement?
Where all that stacks of money? You telling me that ain't enough money to take care of y'all?
Right. Somebody said so they don't do the fish fry no more. No, they don't do the fish fry, the rent party. They don't. This shit has exceeded to an investment. This is not just let's get our family through. We ain't got it. We're going to pull it together. We're going to, you know what I'm saying, get the kids out here getting donations. You know what I'm saying, on the block. They used to have a picture of grandma and shit like that. She was a good grandma. And people be like, okay, I got you. You know, family, they understand because people have humanity. They understand you when you had to come out and do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they respected you. They seen you. They gave the kids change. They stuff like that. Somebody, because everybody has to bury someone, right? Everybody has to do it. We don't get out of this. Everybody has to bury someone. So that's where humanity stood there because we understood that we was giving you enough to bury your loved one. $100,000. That's more than people's house. What are we asking for? What are we asking for? And I'll please. And
in South Dallas, that's more than a lot of people's house.
Man,
that's more than what most people make in 3 years. So the fact that you even asked for that type of money, you should have just hit Big X the plug DM. You should have just hit Future DM. That's why I say these are, you can tell this is greed and people are reaching out to Future. Who you reaching out to Future? Through a GoFundMe?
I think now here's the thing. I think it is a shame that she has to do this because, and this is my personal opinion, because of the business that he was in. It should have already been taken care of. If she was asking for money, we could be sitting here chopping up, talking nonsense because this is extra money and this has already been taken care of. The fact that she's having to ask, one, that her son wasn't prepared for this in the business that he got in, and then two, that the industry that he was in isn't prepared to take care of this is insane to me. That just goes to show how much they really give a fuck about you.
Nah, for real.
You only there to make a profit for them. When it's time to kick that shit the fuck back out, them niggas start looking around like, who gonna do it first? It's sad. Because I feel like she shouldn't even have to ask. She shouldn't even have to
That's
ask.
why I said that's how you know she reaching out to embarrass. You only do this if you're trying to reach out to show the world that nobody's doing nothing. That we basically doing it by ourselves and we need help. Ain't nobody giving us money. So because that's why I said this hurts the brand. Because what is people gonna do? Exactly what I'm doing. Talk about
trying to figure out
why the fuck is you asking for $100,000? Right. And the number is so extraordinary because you want people to know that they're doing nothing.
Right.
And who does it make the new Dallas niggas look like they didn't support their nigga? And make it look like what? They was with the setup too. Because if they wasn't with the setup, if the new Dallas niggas wasn't with the setup, if Z the Wizard, then guess what? The mama wouldn't be online asking for $100,000. Because this means that they ain't giving them no money. And we don't give money to motherfuckers that we don't fuck with.
Clearly, if that's the case, because they telling you they don't fuck with you because love gets this shit paid, right?
They basically telling you we didn't fuck with Z.
Love comes out the pocket without a question asked.
Y'all thought we fucked with Z.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't fuck with Z.
That makes sense.
Z was just a little nigga to us. That's why Big X up there on top. You had Montana 700 on top, Honcho, Amir on top, Z the Wizard. They kept him in the back. They little boyed him. Hold the camera. But he was a humble nigga. But because he was so humble, they little boyed him. You want to know what they did that nigga? They basically straight dropped him. You know how they was doing straight drop? Until straight drop said, nah, fuck that. I'll take initiative myself. That's what they did to Z. But Z was never going to take initiative because he was so humble and kept saying, I'm part of the movement. I'm gonna stay down until it's my turn. Nah, they said, nigga, stay down until we get ready to get rid of you, nigga.
It's a grimy
cutthroat.
I don't even say it's a grimy game because the whole world is fucking grimy, but you gotta watch your back and you gotta be prepared. Military style.
Just like Finesse. If I was Finesse, I would have put life insurance on my little brother, and I'd have kept that nigga around till I got ready to get rid of him. No love, I'd have got a check off of no love. You already knew he a backstabber. You already know he gonna talk about you and all your shit. I'd have put life insurance on that nigga. I would have started his rap career, funded his rap career. I would have made all No Love music, had all No Love music. I'd have did some features with No Love. This is what I would have did if I was Finesse 2 times. And then I'd have let the nigga out off him. Let him go.
901 say they put insurance on their jury, but not their life. Ain't that some shit?
Exactly.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Just think about that. Say it 3 times. They put insurance on their jury and not their life. What the fuck?
And then but then they want the streets to value.
Right, exactly. That shit is insane for all of us that can't get together. That's not how it's supposed to go. I know that's how we live, but that is not how it's supposed to go. That is actually making no sense. You will put the value on your jewelry, and the person wearing the jewelry ain't got shit on it.
Mm-hmm. But you want, and then you gonna ask for a GoFundMe and say, I want the streets to value my life. Can somebody in the streets please help me?
But they do, because that's where all the validation comes from anyway. That's why the street credit's important, all the names, all the work you put. That's why niggas be like, I put work out on these streets. That's their fucking report card. So that's how they feel they should be treated.
Oh, so you basically saying for the work you put in the street, as the amount of work you put in the street accumulate to how much money you get in a GoFundMe?
I guess so. The bigger the name, right?
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something?
Then all the real street niggas would be paid on GoFundMe. They be paid. They be paid because they know as soon as they die, you was a street nigga.
Yeah, I was a legend. You hear niggas?
That's how
they be
think.
Old as hell out here. I'm a legend on these streets. I've been out here for years. You young niggas ain't seen shit. Those niggas should be paid.
I'm telling you, my nigga.
They like the fucking CEOs. These niggas have worked for years. Got the war rooms to show it. They should be top-notch fucking niggas out here.
How the fuck you ain't got no insurance on your life? That shit don't even make. That's why I say, man, pay attention to the setup. 901, we watched a lot of setups. Right after Say So P got killed, who came into a lot of money? Motherfucking Sauce Walker. Soon as Say So P got killed, nigga, a few weeks later, nigga, Sauce Walker had all that money, my nigga. That's what I'm saying, man. The setup to the overplay, to the parlay, be a motherfucking overplay. My nigga, my nigga Say So P died, and motherfucking Sauce Walker opened up 3 more smoke shops.
Oh shit.
In a club.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
That's why I said niggas make niggas rich. Niggas don't understand, man. When you get into this entertainment business, it's one business that trumps the entertainment business, and that's the life insurance business, my nigga. That's the you go business. That's why what people don't understand. Once you start having businesses, my nigga, once you start opening up studios, you start opening up clubs, and you start gaining employees, what's the first thing that start calling your phone more than anything, Kimmy?
What?
Once you start opening up businesses, once you buy a house, once you motherfucking open up a club, what's the number one thing advertisement that start calling you more than anything?
Advertisement? I don't know.
Insurance companies.
Oh.
Because you need home insurance,
oh, okay.
you need renter's insurance, you need when you open up a club, you get a club, you need insurance for the club. You see what I'm saying? And these type of insurance, you need life insurance. You see what I'm saying? The first thing they do when they know when you go work at Walmart, what's the first thing Walmart do before you when you do that application? They make you fill out their insurance policies.
Yeah. All the shit that they have there.
And this is what people don't understand. Even if you don't get their insurance, even if you're not a full-time worker, they make you fill out their insurance policies. Know why? Because if something happened to you, they get paid.
Exactly.
Just to work for them. As a company, you have to fill out their insurance policy. That's at Walmart. So what do you think these companies do? That's rap labels and Universals and motherfucking Empires. And then these small labels like Rainwater, Legendary Production, and Sincere One Star Production. What do you think these small labels do? They go get these insurance companies to insure their company. And then after the insurance company insures the company, because they got to have all that equipment insured. You know what I'm saying? Nigga break into the studio. I need my studio equipment insured.
That's how I make my money.
Then after they get the equipment insured, we get artists. And once we get artists, the artists sign what? Contracts. Once they sign contracts, you become a what? Employee. Once you become an employee, I have the right to what? Now I get insurance on you because you are part of my business. You help me make money. If something happened to you, I lose in my business. When they was giving out PPP loans, they was giving out to what? The businesses based on how many employees they had, right? Yeah. People don't understand business. So once you get into the entertainment business, you get into the business of death, right? It goes hand in hand because you start to realize how much money niggas is worth when they die. Don't you know when the record labels started realizing it's just like having a car. If I get a car and I give it to my son and I put insurance on it and I know my son is a reckless driver, right? What do I know? My insurance might go up every time he fuck up the car, but I know I'm gonna get a new car. Every 3 or 4 months, I'm gonna get a new car because he gonna fuck up the car. I got full coverage, but my insurance is gonna be high.
Right. I hired you on to make money. My profit is now lost. I need to be compensated. That's what this is. When you become my employee, you're the artist, right? You're the work. You do the work that kicks back into this business. We signed an agreement on that, right? Once you're gone, you can no longer put into this business. So I need to be compensated for my loss. Mm-hmm.
And when I can't recoup my loss,
right?
What better recoup is it? If I can't recoup my loss and I'm in the red, financially, musically from you, what is the best way for me to recoup? Because everybody know a dead artist make the most money. The only way I recoup my money is if somebody either buy you from me and pay me, or as if I get rid of you, or I just either wait for something to happen to you.
Sometimes we don't want to wait.
And if I can't wait no more because you sitting around hiding and you playing the house, then guess what? Then sometimes they put the hit out and they do it to you themselves. All of a sudden your brakes start working. All of a sudden they Angie Stone you. They Angie Stone you. Or they Prince you. Or they Michael Jackson you. This is what people don't understand. It's how the business
goes. Michael Jackson one is a scary motherfucker. If you don't want no doctor playing games with your life, that's the last person.
And nobody had to do it. But listen, nobody had to use a doctor with Michael Jackson. Because he wasn't easy to get around. Michael Jackson wasn't accessible like all these other niggas. Yeah. So they know how to get to you. They first tried to get to Michael Jackson through what? Kids. Because who did he have around him? Kids. Once that didn't work, how else can we get to him? Through the doctor. These are only people that fuck with him. See, people don't remember the doctor that did Michael Jackson. That he was a substitute from the doctor that he really had. That wasn't his real doctor that he always used it.
He was new. He came out of nowhere. He was a new doctor that came when he went on tour, started this tour. So the play was already put in play for the overplay for the parlay.
Right. And Janet said she had told him once before that she thought he was on too much medication. So that's because they were over medicating you. Because we need you relying on us so that we can stay up in here.
Yeah, we need you incoherent. So that's why I said niggas don't understand, man. It's just how it go. Some niggas is kept around to do what? Hold guns, do robberies, fight the niggas that you want them to fight. What did Jim Jones tell that nigga when he was getting into it with Dame Dash? Beat that nigga up.
Do work, nigga. He a soldier, so that's how he felt. So he told, Dame, I ain't gonna put hands on you. I'll send him this nigga.
Well, guess what? In 2026, they keeping niggas around just to wait to die.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's what they doing there. Yeah. So in 2026, they are signing niggas to the label just so you could go out there and play street and die. We know you gonna die. Or better yet, so when we get ready to top you off, we can get paid. It's a selective niggas that you gotta have around you just so they could die. That's gonna make the company rich.
That's how they gonna get finesse too tall. I hope not, because I like finesse too tall.
That is how they gonna get finesse.
Just leave them, jump to somebody else.
That is how they gonna
get finesse. I ain't trying to put that in nobody else. We just go to somebody else.
My nigga, Rainwater's already put in the play for the open play.
No.
He's already, you don't see what Rainwater doing?
I'm gonna be upset.
He's already crashing
I'm
them out.
going to be upset. If I see, I'm going to be upset. Because I'm telling you.
And Sugar ain't smart enough to tell him to stay away from the nigga. Sugar is not smart enough to be like, yo, Finesse, stay away from this nigga. He got you crashing out. He got you talking about everybody on the internet. He fucking up your networking ability. He's putting you in a position where you have to depend on him. Then one thing as an artist, you don't want to have to depend on nobody. You want to be able to make moves just off of who you are. Guess what? It's gonna be pretty soon. Nobody gonna fuck with you. They don't give a fuck how good your music is. We're not fucking with you because you burnt too many bridges. You talk too much about this. You brought up too much information. He got this nigga going crazy.
Well, he said that's his motherfucking personality. He just wasn't trying to put it on the internet because he felt like you had to, even though he do what he do, he got to be a certain kind of way. He said now he popping his shit and having fun with it. And nigga is saying a whole lot of shit. He said people saying, oh, you doing this drug, you on this. People say the same thing about you. Oh, you on crack, you on heroin, you jumping around, nigga. That's you. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to say that's not his shit? That nigga smoke a few blunts, drink some shit, heavy fucking liquor they drinking back there, maybe pop something. I don't know what he do. You get what I'm saying? But they like saying the nigga wired. And then he's just doing this and he's crashing out. Maybe the nigga just like, nah, fuck y'all. I just want to stop my shit.
That nigga ain't.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I hope that doesn't happen because I like.
He wasn't used to going off and talking like this before he got with Rainwater. All of a sudden now you get with Rainwater and you lose your motherfucking mind. Okay.
Oh, I don't know, but I hope don't put that in there. That'd be fucking. And we don't want to see that because then we're gonna call it. We're gonna have to do a.
Come on, man. We talking.
Have to call it,
man. Come on, man. We talking about. He been putting everybody business out there, man. Everybody business. I'm talking about. Nobody knew he used to fuck with Big Boogie's sister. Nobody knew that he stole Big Boogie's sister tax money. Nobody knew. Like nobody knew that he was paying Big Boogie $3 to look at this shit, y'all. To cut his hair. Look at it.
Boogie didn't know. Call my bluff, Boogie. I still got that picture of you cutting my hair. Boogie was a barber. Boogie used to cut my hair for $3 over his sister's house. I'm not lying to y'all. This shit ain't funny. This shit ain't no game. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm not trolling. This shit is real motherfucking life. So I'm gonna get back to the story for y'all.
Yeah, my nigga, that nigga is burning. That nigga burning every bridge he got. Pay attention. He burning every bridge he got. You think that shit cool for you to be doing certain shit that he doing?
No, because he at the end of the day he still rap. He's still in his music thing. It's not like he just on here telling shit. It'd be different if that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. It's entertainment because I like how you tell the stories. This shit is funny as hell. I wish it went in episodes because I need to start from the beginning so we can get all of these stories. It seemed like he got a lot of stories to tell.
But damn, my nigga, it's gonna put you in a position where you're gonna be looking over your head and you don't know where it's coming. You want some Charleston White shit,
people,
my nigga?
Yeah, because people are not gonna appreciate this. Not in the industry that you in.
You want some Charleston White shit. You see how they look at Charleston White.
But Charleston don't do music. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
you see how they look at him for talking about everybody. You see how they look at Charleston White for talking about everybody and disrespecting everybody. So why would you want to take that same motherfucking blueprint to the rap game and start talking about everybody that made you mad, fucked with you, got on your nerves, or did something, or tell us everything that you did to other people in the past, or that's a rapper now? What, my nigga?
I know. That's why it's so hard. That's why I'm telling you, I would never want to be in no type of fucking industry.
That should make you look
corny. I can appreciate a motherfucker get on here telling me a story or some shit, especially some real shit. But you can't do that because you got to stay face for business. You get what I'm saying? Even though it's entertainment, it still has to be performed.
My nigga, you talking about Big Boogie and shit that happened 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I'm a rapper now getting money. You a rapper now getting money. And you talking about how I used to cut your 20 years ago.
Well, that's what he said.
My nigga, why am I even in your topic? Why are you even talking about what I used to do 20 years ago? Why
smoking and drinking and
the world need to know you robbed my sister. That let me know. That let me know that you bored over there. That let me know the Sugar really ain't got your attention the way she's supposed to have your attention. Because if Sugar really had your attention the way she had your attention, my nigga, you niggas would be outside. Y'all nigga, all we do is see him and Sugar in a fucking hotel or in a bedroom, a studio. We never see them niggas out eating together.
How you get money. That's how you gotta do. You gotta be online.
Bro, we never see these niggas out eating together. We never see this nigga take the girl out. Take her out the house. Nigga, take the girl out other than the club or a show. Take her some, nigga, let her see y'all go to Disneyland or something. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, rent a yacht out and take on a yacht.
Somebody say he a perk head. I don't know. He said he smoked and he drank. He said
he said he be taking them pills too.
He said he pop a few perks.
Now he said he be taking them pills.
If you like a daily regimen, and it's just one a day, or is it?
He definitely said he be taking them pills. Nah, he definitely said he be taking them pills. I remember that.
Damn.
Yeah, he definitely said that. He definitely said he be taking them pills.
He reminiscing. Nigga, he's sitting here going through all this shit, and he gonna tell us a story.
She said he reminiscing.
Because you said that was like 20 years ago when he was a barber. It was a minute ago, right? Maybe not nowhere recent, probably in this decade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
we are here to address a domestic violence.
That's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, so he popping his shit. That's why he said, this ain't no lie. Nigga, I got the pictures. He ain't saying it like he lying. He said, I ain't capping. Nigga, like it happened. So it's not like I'm lying. So what is the problem? Are you just saying that he shouldn't be saying this to the internet?
I wouldn't say
because of who he is.
If some shit ain't for everybody when you're in that industry, you leave that for when you out of the industry. And then like most of these niggas, artists, they tell their stories after they done. So they don't got to worry about being blackballed. You talking about you being blackballed, nigga, you really about to be blackballed now? Now niggas is gonna be telling producer, you fuck that nigga, I ain't fuck with you. You thought this nigga.
But you said people already do that.
They really gonna be doing it.
So nigga, what the fuck,
bro?
Okay, so now you.
But now we know. Listen, now we know why you doing it because we didn't know you had a big mouth like that. So if you talk like this to us and we hear you now, then we know how you was talking behind the scenes. The same way you talk now. Every time you get around the niggas, you talk just like this. So pay attention. You know the nigga had a big mouth then. But we got breaking news, man. We got breaking news. It's been a warrant out for Gervonta Davis arrest, man, by the feds for battery, kidnapping, and false imprisonment. Now, I knew this was going to happen, Kimmy. I ain't going to lie to you. Know why I knew this was going to happen? When he canceled the fight with Jake Paul.
Really?
You can't fuck with them people money. When he figured out that they was trying to script him.
Mm-hmm.
And they was trying to set it up for Jake Paul to beat him.
Okay.
And remember, he did that interview on the podium, and he said, hey, if y'all play with me, it's gonna be some problems. I'm gonna F you up. I'm gonna F you up on real life. It's gonna be some problems. Don't play with me. He's basically telling them, no false gloves. Nigga, no, y'all niggas try to do some slick shit, and I know how y'all niggas is. It's gonna be some problem. We either gonna really fight or it's gonna be some problem, right? So then now the fight gets called off. So he calls the fight off, Gervonta, because he knew they were trying to do some slick shit. Now the feds coming after you for battery, kidnapping, and false imprisonment. Nigga, you can't fuck with them people money like that. I think this is all because he fucked with them people money, canceled that fight. They had to go get somebody in the last minute, which ended up being Joshua Johnson. Joshua ended up winning. It fucked up their whole image and they play how they was creating and what they was doing for Jake Long. And guess what? Now they taking it out on this nigga. And they about to end his career and everything he ever had. Take all his money.
You're saying that the feds are mad about the fight?
I think the feds are always in boxing. That's regulated by the feds. The boxing is like, nigga, that's federal regulated. You saying there's boxing commissioners? That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the gamble. That's ain't no different than motherfucking Las Vegas gambling. That's why every boxing event take place where? In Las Vegas. So, you know what I'm saying? A fight was getting ready to take place and 2 weeks before the fight, it got canceled. He fucked up the play that was supposed to be what they had going on. And everybody know when you stop being their puppet, you see what I'm saying? Everybody happy to be the puppet on their way up. But when you start getting the bag, you start doing what? I don't got to listen to you no more. I ain't got. Oh, you don't want to be the puppet no more?
Well.
Because what they did with Jake Long ain't no different what they did with Bob Sapp. This is what people don't understand. What they was doing with Jake Long. That's his name? Jake Long?
Jake, what? You said Jake Paul?
Jake Paul. Yeah, this is his name, Jake Paul. What they was doing with Jake Paul ain't no different. Ain't no different than what they was doing with Bob Sapp. Remember Bob Sapp? The big black dude, looked like a giant that was fighting all the people from China and fighting people all around the world. With bald head, he looked like the Credible Hulk.
I think I remember.
Big dude. I'm talking about he about 6'8".
I think I remember.
Same thing. They had him going around the world fighting people, making him look like he was the baddest fighter in the world. But the shit was fake. The fights was all being set up.
Mm-hmm.
When he lose, it was set up. Sort of like what they did to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Everybody know Mike Tyson's supposed to be the bubble. So now they coming at your boy. We know what's going on. Watch this, y'all.
Professional boxer Gervonta Davis, also known as Tank. Out of respect for the victim's rights and privacy, the victim's identity will not be released in accordance with Marcy's law. On October 29, 2025, at approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department, accompanied by her attorney, to report an incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m., while working, the victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her coworkers for safety. The victim further reported, "We are here to address a domestic violence incident involving professional."
Now let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. Why would the feds have this case? Why would the feds even be involved? Shouldn't this be a state case?
Yeah.
And this how you know it's a setup for the overplay, y'all. This is how y'all gotta pay attention. Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? He literally just said, Gervonta Davis met this girl in 2022. They dated for 5 months. So this took place in 2022. It's now 2026, y'all. Check the play for the overplay. Then they also see, I listened to verbiage. Then they also said the plaintiff came into the police station with her lawyer. How many victims do you know come into the police station with their lawyer? Listen, I'm going to play it again. Pay attention, y'all. Listen.
Boxer Gervonta Davis, also known as Tank. Out of respect for the victim's rights and privacy, the victim's identity will not be released in accordance with Marcy's law. On October 29, 2025, at approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department, accompanied by her attorney, to report an incident.
Y'all hear that? You hear that, Kimmy? Mm-hmm. So she walked into the police department in 2025 with her lawyer. He ain't seen you in 3 years. He dated you for 5 months in 2022. What's your thoughts on that, Kimmy?
Well, I mean, you put it in perspective.
Because I think you told me something yesterday, and when we was talking about women and getting set up, and you were saying, "Oh, this is what women do. Women will set you up."
Yeah. It's business. It's like any other business. And some women do it just to do shit like this. Some women take a good ass whooping so that they can put a complaint on you. You're a fucking boxer who's got known. You should be wary of any bitch that fuck with you. You are a boxer with known domestic violence. Nigga, I done took ass whoopings from Ray Ray. I'm finna come get one and get paid for this shit. I'm gonna let you rock me. And lay there as you drag.
And entice you.
Right now, I'm gonna entice you. And I'm gonna look really in distress as you're carrying me through by my hair and kick my feet, because this is gonna be good for footage, wherever it may be. Like, come on now.
Do you think
it's what I'm saying? I'm not saying that was her situation. What I'm saying is the intentions go very, very.
But if you're a lawyer, what do you say to yourself when you see somebody walking into the police station 3 years later? If I'm dating you, we get into it. I whooped your ass 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I ain't seen you, and then the cops come to my house and say, "Oh, you being arrested." 2022, somebody said you choked her, grabbed her by the head, did this 3 years ago.
Well, that's why you have both sides that come together and litigate this, because in my natural mind, I'm going to say, what made you wait? So why did you wait so long? If this is how you felt and this happened, it would be more viable at the time, right? Than it is 2 to 3 years later to come into court to do this. Then you also have her side, which they're going to argue and say, well, he's a celebrity. She was afraid.
Guess what?
You know, they throw all
you
of that
know what
good
it
stuff
is?
in there.
You want to know what it is?
Is?
You want to know why the feds took this case up? Because the state probably didn't take it. I'm gonna tell you right now, the state probably, probably was like, we not fucking with this case.
Right.
It ain't enough substantial evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what the feds did? Now that the feds want him, now that the feds want to get him, because what he did
right
in the Jake Paul.
So now we're gonna get involved.
Now they getting involved. And the feds is gonna get involved. Why? Let me break some news to y'all why the feds is gonna get involved. Because his hands is registered.
Mm-hmm. Those are weapons.
And guess what? When you use your hands
which is legally considered weapons as a boxer more than one time. Now he's considered a habitual domestic violencer, right? He's considered a habitual domestic violence offender. And that means he used his hands more than once. Ain't no difference if you get caught with a gun more than once, right? And because his hands is registered federally, that's why it become a federal crime. See, it's worse for a boxer to put his hands on a woman than it is a regular nigga. Because if you do it multiple times, the feds could pick it up.
Right. Robin Givens tried to do it.
A regular civilian could put his hands on a woman many times, and the feds could never pick it up. Pick it up.
No, hell no. That's the state. That's why the state doesn't do that shit all the
time.
But
because once you license your hands as a federal boxer, now the federal government can pick up that charge. She said, for the feds to be involved, I would ask, was the woman forced to cross state lines against her will? If not, when and why are they involved? Nah, she didn't cross state lines or nothing. She saw one of her employees and ran from him. While he was trying to grab her and pull her away, get her in the car, she was able to run away. So he never put her in the car, state lines or nothing. But what happens is just like I said, his hands is registered federally. His hands is considered a federal weapon. Every time he put his hands on somebody, that is using a weapon.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that when you are a boxer, your hands are registered like a gun.
You're not your average fighter off the street. You know what I'm saying? You have now been trained. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like how niggas be trained on the street. This is registered. You are doing sanctioned boxing events. You get what I'm saying? People get hurt. You can get killed in the ring fighting. So,
and if he could kill you with gloves on, imagine what he can do to you bare hands.
Exactly. That's why I was laughing the other day how people want to fight these boxers so fucking bad. It's a dangerous fucking thing. So when you're at a point of registering your hands, nigga, that's a weapon.
It's a what? That's what. What do you do with a gun when you get a gun?
You get licensed.
No, and they have to do what? Register.
Yeah.
When you get a gun, they have to register it because it's what? A weapon. When you're a boxer and your hands get registered, you have to be cautious when you use them motherfuckers. You can't just throw them motherfuckers anytime you want. Or you going to jail.
You're going to jail. You ain't just out here taking on fight yourself. No.
And if you use them too many times and catch too many charges, then you got to worry about what? The federal government getting involved. Right. And guess what? Now you know why he wanted to retire. This is why he wanted to retire, because he knew it was just a matter of time before the federal government stepped in and got involved on these type of cases with him. He knew that if he didn't do what they wanted him to do, this is what they was going to do. They was going to come down on him like this, man, just like this. This is what he was going to do. It's a cold game, y'all. Cold fucking game. That's why I tell you. Y'all just be careful, man. When you stop playing the puppet, y'all just better be prepared to get like Russell Simmons and get the fuck out the country. You can't expect to stop playing the puppet and still live by like regular life with all the tools and everything that they gave you to live life.
That's what they be looking at you saying. How the fuck do you expect to live? We gave you
like this is what they do. They will make you a millionaire, give you everything, right? Just like they did P. Diddy, put you in a position of power. And then you'll say, nah, I ain't doing that no more. I'm good now. I made it. And then they looking at you like,
don't you do that to KJ when he come in here talking his shit? Like, I don't need your advice. I already know what I'm talking about. You looking at him like
you crazy.
Nigga, you only know because I fucking taught you to know how to go look for the fucking information, right? Someone helped you get there. How dare you talk shit to me? It's the same thing the record labels do. Nigga, what? I made you. You wouldn't be who you are if I didn't give you the fucking power. Matter of fact, I'll take that shit from you and put somebody else in your position.
Ain't no difference.
And then you go like, what? Oh, hold on. Then you got to go through a fucking humiliation ritual because, you thought you was too big for your britches. Now I'm going to embarrass your ass. Crazy, isn't it?
So he was supposed to lose, you think, so he could shake the feds? Yes, that's what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that.
He was supposed to lose the fight so he could shake this charge off the feds. My nigga, he knew he had this charge hanging over his head. This shit happened in 2022.
Oh, he know. He didn't just come on.
Like, listen what I'm telling y'all. This shit happened in 2022. The feds knew that if this charge was to get filed, he'd be what? Give me 5 more minutes, baby. He knew if this charge was to get filed, that he'd do what? He would go to jail. Mm-hmm. He knew that. Like, this is what people got to understand. Just like we know, they know. And the feds come talk to them. And they got people that know that's around them that's police officers. And be like, yo, you know if this face get charged, you know you got multiple domestic violences. If the feds ever want to pick it up, they can. And then guess what they do? Hold on, y'all, hold on.
He said his kid was just walking around the other day not doing shit. And he heard the teacher say that one of the kids
Shit crazy, gang. My bad. Yo, we about to get up out of here. Yo, we about to get up out of here, man. Y'all know what it is. Nah, there was no sound. I was talking to my son. My son was getting ready to go to school. You know, I got to get these kids, had to send my kids off to school, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us this morning, man. Y'all know how we do. Kimmy, you know, Kimmy gonna break it down like no other. That's one thing Kimmy gonna do. Kimmy gonna break it down. I appreciate everybody, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. For real. Like I said, we about to start doing these interviews with Kimmy again, man. Y'all know how we used to do. Me and Kimmy bust these topics down and get to work. And then, you know, Kimmy got her page. She got another page too. So y'all gonna be seeing her on that page. Make people that know subscribe to that page right there. But y'all know what it is, man. We about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. Let's go.